Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comments Off Topic. We're your hosts, Kirby Kid,
Black Superman,
Simply Cedric,
also known as David Clark.
Walter Bryant.
Cedric Harris.
And see, we told you we were gonna do videos on the regular-ish. All right, this is number 2.
Back
Look at that.
In like what, 3 weeks?
Don't worry about it. Anyways, so I'm sure you guys have noticed out there on the internet every now and then it feels like there's another controversy surrounding Kohei Horikoshi for My Hero Academia. So last year we had the whole thing about Nejire's boobs being bigger in the anime.
Yeah.
We had the whole thing about people being mad that Endeavor might possibly be redeemed.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you guys know that he's not the only one at fault in that whole situation.
Right.
We gonna get into that too.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had the whole thing with Dr. Ujiko's name being a reference to Japanese experiments done on innocent people during World War II. Yeah. And then, of course, the worst thing of all is Bakugo has a birthday.
Yeah.
So, let's get into let's start from the beginning with the whole. I guess let's start with Endeavor, him being possibly redeemed in the manga.
Well, I mean, is there a path for him to become redeemed? Yes, but in a world of heroes, he's never going to be the best.
No.
Ever.
No.
It doesn't matter. No matter what he does, his power skills and limit and the set of the limits, he can't do it.
Right. Like he's done pretty good.
Yes.
But he's number 2.
He's also a terrible person.
Yeah. Now my whole thing is, yes, he's a horrible dad. All right.
Yes.
Beating his kids to try and get them.
Not right. Horrible dad. He's a horrible.
Like
person.
The whole beating his kids, trying to get them to be stronger. Like the whole quote unquote training thing.
Right.
Flaming his face.
One of the flame face thing that was the mother. She threw, I think it was boiling water at him or whatever.
Yeah, but...
And then of course he married who he married because of the power combination.
Yeah.
My whole thing with that whole situation, this is in world now, is I don't think the mother is blameless because he was a successful rich hero, and let's be honest, if at any of the numerous gatherings, if she had been beaten and tortured or whatever, if All Might was there, all she should do was go, "Hey, All Might, my husband's a wife beater," and then the next panel they're at Endeavor's funeral. Because he's the symbol of peace. There's no Walter, you gonna tell me she's afraid of her husband when All For One stayed hidden for decades. He's like, nah, I don't want none of that smoke. I'm gonna stay right here. Yeah. Crime, the existence of it went underground.
All of Japan. Yeah.
But oh my God, no. And also another thing that people don't seem to factor in. He didn't pick her because she's weak. He picked her because he thought her quirk added with his quirk could beat All Might, which means her quirk must be pretty strong.
Yeah, well, it's ice-based.
Yeah, and so I've never understood this whole poor her argument. I think both of them are terrible. He's a horrible person, and she's letting it happen.
Well, I mean, are we doing manga spoilers?
Yeah, we're doing manga spoilers. Okay. Yeah, spoilers are everything. Oh, okay. Get good.
Because when they had their little family dinner, even Todoroki's like, okay, maybe he can be better. The sister's trying to say maybe there's a chance for him, but the other son's like, no, he's I can't forgive him for what he's done. And I'm pretty sure Dabi's his other son that's been gone, because we've seen his power short term. He burns his body as he does it, as we've seen Endeavor burn his own body to use his powers. So some people just aren't redeemable. That's life.
Right. Now, I think Endeavor is going to try, and I think his redemption will probably come in the form of him dying.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's really not much, even in his own vision of being redeemed, was them having a house and a life without him.
Yeah.
That was his vision of redemption.
Yeah.
He's not saying, oh boy, I'm going to get my wife back and we're going to be... No, he's like, no, I need to not be with them in order for them to be happy.
Yeah.
So I don't know what people were mad about.
It's funny, when people do these redemption stories or whatever, and there are people who can't be redeemed, like Darth Vader. Okay, I've always wondered what exactly you think is going to happen should they live through this redemption. He's going to go back out and rejoin the world. No, he's Darth Vader. He's murdered a bunch of people. The best thing you're possibly going to get out of him is life in prison.
Yeah.
With Endeavor is a superhero. He's a horrible person, in his personal life. A lot of people don't actually know anything about this, so okay, fine. But his family's never going to forgive him. He's never going to get what he actually wants out of this.
Right.
So if you're a fan and you're sitting back and you're going, okay, cool, I can't forgive him either. I understand that. I really do. However, this is the same character he's been since the whole thing started.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how the fans can then go, I knew he was a hero, but he's evil. But now if you're going to try to redeem him, even though he's a hero, I can't forgive you for that.
Yeah.
Well, I think honestly it's a bit of cultural things too, because there's a reason Endeavor and Bakugo are so popular in Japan.
Mhm.
It's because they're that brash, I'm gonna do what I want and I'm just gonna push through. No one's gonna stop me, because that's kind of the opposite of what a lot of corporate culture is in Japan. They're raging against the machine, so they want to rage against the machine through their fantasy characters. And when they see like, oh, they can't be redeemed, some people take it as, I can't be redeemed. And it's like, no, you're connecting yourself to a fictional character, and then you get on the internet and then you complain and think that your opinion is valid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I've always seen, and I'll tell you this before, I've always seen Bakugo and Endeavor as villains who found a convenient way to live. But I think with Endeavor, when the safety blanket of All Might was gone, and it wasn't about him chasing his ambitions, and he realized that literally all of Hero Society was on his shoulders now, I think that's what changed him. Because before, with the safety net like of All Might, it was a game.
Yeah.
It was, how do I get to be better?
Yeah.
How do I beat All Might? How do I do this? But then when All Might went down and people realized what kind of power is out there, what kind of monsters are out there, it got real for him.
Well, you remember the panel where All Might finally defeats All for One,
Mm-hmm.
and he sees that gap, and Endeavor's like, he just basically died as a hero,
Right.
but there's still that huge gap that I haven't surpassed.
Because All Might, even in Small Might form with no powers, does more for Hero Society than Endeavor does.
Yeah.
Which is why when Endeavor became the number one, which he knows he didn't deserve, he went right to All Might to say, "Hey, I need some advice."
Well, no, that everyone likes Hawks more.
Yeah.
So
I mean, enjoy that while it lasts. We'll see how long he lives.
uh,
Whole Icarus flying too close to the sun thing.
Hawks, Endeavor, and All Might, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
I mean, Night Eye's already seen All Might's death, and I'm pretty sure he's just gonna get decayed.
Well, here's the thing, though. Midoriya already proved that he could shatter the future. So
yeah, but
I do think All Might will die.
He said a gruesome death.
I think he will die after Midoriya tells him it's okay because I'm here.
Once he unlocks all the gates.
all the 8 inner gates?
All those court gates that he has. Once he unlocks all those, he's going to die.
But yeah, I first off, I think there's something wrong with Endeavor seeking to be redeemed. And I think the way he's seeking it is the best possible way this kind of character could go about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like with Vader. Vader knew there's no light after this.
Mm-hmm.
I can stop the Emperor, but that's it. and that's more realistic. Like that's why I never really. I mean, I like Sasuke as a character now, as his current timeline iteration, but Sasuke should have been put to death after the 4th Ninja War.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he only killed a couple people. Yes, but his actions also caused the death of half of the ninja world. Like, he was a part of the Akatsuki. What should have happened is Naruto should have put him down. He should not have been able to go on beyond that. Or when they put him in prison, Kakashi should have had him executed. Now, I like Sasuke now as a character now that he's grown, but that's not realistic. What's more realistic is he should have died right there in the war, or shortly afterwards.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, be put in a jail and be used as a weapon whenever they need him. Like, hey, let the dog out. We have a monster to fight.
Or banished, and when if you ever come back, death.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and you're speaking about logical. You see, talking about another manga, Dr. Stone.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh no, we're gonna keep the dangerous people with us in case we need to unleash them as dogs.
Which they did.
Which they did.
And it's like,
that's what's logical.
First off, Dr. Stone with no powers. That manga is fire. I love that manga. I think I could survive now in the Stone world because of Doctor Stone.
Oh, just the level of science and logic that he uses.
Right.
He defeats like everyone.
You people can't see me, but right now I'm waving my hand over my head because this has gone way over my head just now.
Walter, I'm gonna need you to get good. All right. But anyways,
I haven't seen Doctor Stone.
But yeah, I think all the hate over him being redeemed, I think is just stupid. And first off, if you're sending someone death threats over a fictional character being redeemed in the story, doesn't that make you every bit of the monster that you hate?
Right.
Worse, because
you're real. Because you're real.
Well, and honestly, anyone listening, if you're honestly so angry you want to write a death threat to someone, before you write the death threat, write your own story.
Yeah.
Write your own story and redeem your own character.
The biggest critics I've noticed when it comes to people who critique art and stuff are people who've never made anything a day in their life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And also, before you write death threat, stop it. Get some help.
Well, yeah.
Okay, now, we were talking about this earlier. Kobe Bryant, you would agree, would be a main character in the story, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, absolutely. Kobe Bryant, he's dead. He died in probably the least main character way you could possibly come up with. In a helicopter on his way to his kids' ball game.
Right.
You know, so this isn't the way we would have written it.
True.
This is how God wrote it. Because God's the author,
Right.
and we don't get a say. So
True.
he's the author. You don't get a say.
Very true.
You get to either read the comic or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't read it, cool. If you do read it, get over yourself.
Cool.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's like, and it's a story. It's a story.
It's not real.
It's not real, people. Now, one of the other things people got mad at him about.
But it's real to me.
Yeah. One of the things people got mad at him about was when Nejire Hado of the Big Three, when it went from manga to anime, her boobs got bigger. And they're like, you're objectifying a child. First off, she's 18. All right. Second off, she's not real.
She's not real, but anyone who's a fan of the channel knows I'm a fan of One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Nami's boobs have gotten increasingly larger for no reason other than Oda just draws them bigger, and it's not a problem. There's a thing in anime called fan service, and sometimes they exaggerate certain features because that's what they do.
Right.
Plus, like you said, she's 18, and we've seen girls that weren't 18 look a lot different.
Right.
So it's just your anime base of knowledge needs to be widened if you're upset about that.
And also, everybody out there who's upset because her boobs got bigger, I want you to keep that same energy whenever you see Chris Hemsworth take his shirt off,
right?
Or literally any buff dude in anything ever show off his muscles. I want you to keep that same energy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I just hope you don't have daughters because you're going to be really pissed off between 16 and 18.
So I thought that one was really stupid. But obviously the big one was the real name of Dr. Ujiko.
Well, the whole Nazi connections.
Yeah.
And
but the thing is, though,
stuff.
he named this character because this is a character who is experimenting on people.
Yeah.
Because as Horikoshi has shown him, this guy is evil.
Well, he's experimenting.
This is something to be looked at badly.
Yeah.
He is not. It's one thing if he made Deku's real name, you know, the name like referring to that,
right.
You know,
Adolf.
Yeah, he's not. He's like, no, this is the bad guy. Who, by the way, when we saw his real name, in that same chapter, he looks like a coward. He's running away. Yeah. He's downplayed.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
They're not making this name to be a hero. I think it wasn't in Drifters where like Hitler was like a good guy almost, right?
Yeah.
You think you'd be more mad about that?
Yeah, that's true.
Than a guy like this who's being treated as a bad guy. He's not promoting this name at all.
Hey, Lucifer's getting another season.
Well,
oh my goodness,
there you go.
Blue Exorcist is still going.
Yeah. So
Satan is the literal like the most misunderstood good guy. Like, no, I was just in love with your mother. What? Use the devil, homie.
Well, it's just the thing is with that too. We saw a couple chapters before we saw his name. Eraser's friend from high school was literally experimented on.
Right.
He took a human with quirks and experimented on him.
Right.
And changed them into a different thing. So he's literally doing what the name is based him off of.
Right.
So
And now, also it's
I don't
like
see it.
now I will admit a part of this is because Japan's never formally apologized
they don't
for
like
that
to
stuff.
talk about it.
But the thing is, though, like there have been a lot of like, for example, I was talking to Walter about this earlier. As Black people, how many times do we see movies and media where we're the brunt of the joke, where we have to die first, where we're relegated to otherwise, undesirable status,
Slave movie, help movie.
where we're, the help or a slave,
Yeah.
or if we acted like they acted every time in a fictional setting, something bad happened to us, we would always be mad, even more so than we're already always mad.
Well, I mean, look at the backlash from Black Panther. Oh, Wakanda's not real, all that black, blah, blah, blah. It's like...
Thor's not real either.
There's one movie with a majority Black people, and people are like, oh no, this is the time of the world.
How many people who have Norse bloodlines who love to have that Mjolnir or that whole three Trinity symbol thing somewhere or whatever? Right. Like you're not Thor.
Right.
Also, Thor's not real.
No.
Asgard's not real.
No.
But it's a thing related to your culture, and you like it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But like we don't.
Yeah, but we took Heimdall though.
We did take Heimdall though. That was.
But in a
he
place
rocked that role though.
In a place like that, there's bound to be some people who aren't
not human.
Fair, Snow White. That aren't that color.
But the thing is though, it's like I think they're overreacting, and it's like, look, I get it. You never got an apology from the government for what they did to you. We're still waiting on our apology too.
Right.
We're still waiting on 40 Acres and a Mule.
Yeah, but it's not all that serious, guys. And I know they're like, oh my god, but my relatives. We have relatives that went through stuff too.
Right.
All right.
Right.
But this is not a human experimentation book. It'd be one thing if it was. Yeah. If he was like, this is the hero, I totally get it. This is the bad guy who is being set up to be the guy who's going to get punched in the face, possibly killed, for sure going to jail.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Calm down.
He's helped the main villain. He was the right-hand man, scientific hand of the main villain. He's a terrible person. Let him be a terrible person.
Should his name be Dr. Flowers? Is that be happier for you guys? I mean, come on.
I mean, are we really writing a story about, the main bad guy who's, I don't know, is a billionaire, becomes president, does evil things in the world while he's president? I'm talking about Lex Luthor. I don't know what everybody else is talking about right now, but the fact that you thought that lets you know that you're a horrible person who makes horrible choices if you made that vote. Okay, anyway, now, but this is not what we're doing. This is not what's going on here. He's the bad guy.
Right.
Yeah.
He is determinedly the bad guy.
Right.
This is not something that we can waver on.
Right. And how many more people now know about what Japan did because his character is named this way?
Well, there's that. But then also, look, there's just at the Academy Awards, Jojo Rabbit was nominated for a bunch of stuff. Hitler is literally in it.
And isn't he trained as like a...
He's a kid's imaginary friend.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, but we don't want to mention the name of a scientist who did some bad things.
Right.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them look bad. Jojo Rabbit doesn't make them look bad.
Well, again, they don't like to talk about their involvement in World War II a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Outside of the bomb in Pearl Harbor.
It was not their brightest moments.
No.
No, it was not.
No. But again, it's like in America, they don't want to talk about slavery.
Right.
Unless, it shows black people in a negative way.
Right.
Oh, you mean like every movie that's written about the 1800s where there's got to be somebody running around saying, yes, a massa?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, because there were black cowboys, black
people settled the West.
Yeah, there were black marshals. We never see any of that. Ever.
Watchmen.
Ever.
Watchmen.
Yeah, okay. Watchmen, but then that got canceled.
Well, the creator said he didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, because he got tired of people dogging him about it.
Well, which is why we're worried that this might happen to Horikoshi, because if he's flooded with this all the time over everything, he might either just let his editor make all the choices from now on and just be there to draw phone it in. Like, because Kubo did that.
Yeah.
When Kubo got tired of it, like if you listen to his story, he got real tired of dealing with it. Yeah. That's why he just phoned it in. He stopped drawing backgrounds.
Yeah.
Because he's a really good artist. But he just stopped caring.
Yeah.
And I don't want that happening to My Hero Academia.
And again, in that Japanese culture, he might just stop. He said, I've lost the passion for this project. Right. I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Yeah,
and,
because
then the 100 over to it'll be written by editors.
or it could be High School of the Dead, where it just sort of
stops.
just doesn't
Well,
ever
right.
happen
He
ever
died.
again.
He-
Well, yeah, but there was like a 4-year gap
no excuses.
where he was. There was like a 4-year gap where he was alive, and then he did like one more issue, and then he died. So
Yeah.
Stupid. But and then of course like the newest thing, Bakugo's birthday is on the same day
then we
as
smoke weed.
Hitler's.
Oh, honestly, when they're like, "Oh my gosh, his birthday was April 4th," I was like, "420? Oh, okay, he's not really a stoner." And then I'm like, "Oh, it's Hitler's birthday too." Oh,
Also, there are a lot of real people whose birthday is 420.
right?
Do we hate them now?
It's a random day,
It's a day.
that the Earth circles around the sun.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take out Google and start just looking from January 1st to December 31st, and see how many of these days have something evil happen.
How many characters are there in My Hero Academia?
Hundreds.
If you had to give them all birthdays,
eventually somebody gets 420.
one of them is for sure going to be on 420.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just how numbers work.
Yeah.
Unless you want him to have everyone have the same birthday by chance.
Right. Well, and like someone probably has Mussolini's birthday or Stalin's birthday, but no one cares about that.
Yeah.
So it's just
People
like
are finding reasons
it's
to
stupid.
be mad. They're just finding reasons to because we've all known people who they just like to hate on things. They like
Yes.
if it's popular, they want to be on the other side of it.
They want to be a contrarian. I was just talking to someone the other day who was like, "Oh, what was it? They don't like Demon Slayer. They don't like My Hero Academia." And I'm just like, okay, like, but there's no reason other than it's popular.
Right.
Like, oh, it's too popular. That's not really a reason. Like, if you don't like the art, if you don't like the voice acting,
Those people who love Metallica, the old stuff, the underground stuff, before they became mainstream.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? Metallica got great when they became mainstream. You know why? Because they realized we can make more money if we make music that everybody likes.
well, yeah, it's like we see in the Disney and the movie industry. The wider net you cast, the more likely you are to make money.
Right.
So if
That's
you,
why Sonic is doing good, and a certain movie that
It
came out
is.
last week is not doing nearly as well.
it is very true.
Look, to be fair to Birds of Prey, they didn't know that if they had a bunch of man hate, that it wasn't going to do well.
They should have never released it in February.
No, it's
Or
not
at all.
dude. Okay, it's Gotham City. It's Gotham City.
True.
You blew up Ace Chemicals and Batman. Bat nothing showed up. Bat nothing showed up.
Mhm.
Not Robin. Not Batgirl. Not the Huntress. No, well the Huntress showed up, but she's back. But anyway, nobody shows up to do anything about this.
And
They didn't
also-
even turn on the Bat signal.
Also, shouldn't Oracle or Batgirl, one of her incarnations, shouldn't one of them have been there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Babs
This
definitely
is-
should have been there.
Because if you don't want to have a Batgirl, that's fine. Have her be Oracle and have her help from the chair.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is the major problem I had. Like, they went so far out trying to make sure that this was just about these chicks. I'm sorry, I said chicks. Yes, I did. Okay, they went so far out to try to make sure this movie was just about these chicks that they simply ignored Bat anything.
Now, does Harley Quinn? 'Cause I haven't seen it yet because I like seeing movies that I think I'm going to enjoy. Does she kill people in this movie?
No,
She didn't kill anybody, really.
She didn't kill anybody.
Sure,
She
someone
hurt
did.
them real bad.
I'm pretty sure Huntress probably.
Well,
killed
okay,
a few
wait.
people.
Yeah, Huntress killed a bunch of people, but actually, she might have killed like 1,000 people. Because when she blew up Ace Chemicals, she didn't check to see if anybody was working.
Right.
She just blew it up.
Now-
Death's dark and under.
No, it's funny because so when Joker came out, they said, "Oh my God, it's a misogynist film and it's evil and you shouldn't go see it." Blah blah. It made over $1 billion.
Right.
Then her movie comes out, and it's the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, where she's just causing all kinds of destruction. I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
And it seems
Chaos.
liberating.
Lots of chaos.
But-
Now her freeingness, I assume, it's like what out of nowhere. Whereas Joker, his movie, at least in that version, it was as a response to what things were being done to him.
Yeah, the movie just starts off with they broke up.
But see, the thing is, again, I think there's such a gap between DC Warner Brother live action and DC Warner Brother animation, because the cartoon Harley
It's
Quinn
amazing.
is amazing.
It is amazing. That is a
Right.
great show.
And it started with them breaking up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think with the animation that we don't get in live action is we don't get people that care about the source material. With Sonic, Detective Pikachu, the Marvel movies, you get people who care about the source material enough to tell the stories that are there.
But also, the Joker's in it. Batman's in it. See, like,
Yeah.
okay, it's one thing that Harley Quinn.
Damien's in it.
It's Harley Quinn's show, but they don't try to make you go, oh well, we're gonna force Harley Quinn down your throat and forget these other characters are here.
Right.
You actually get to see the Joker be a jerk.
Yeah.
You actually get to see the Joker do horrible things.
Yeah.
You see Batman show, and Batman's a little bit of a joke in the show, but I mean, he still does Batman things.
Yeah.
Commissioner Gordon, okay, he's out there.
Damien is a joke.
Yeah, but
He
I
is.
mean, it's a
Yeah,
but it's a
he did.
good, but it's a really good show because they don't go out of their way to make you try to pay attention to the women and think that men can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like Batman actually is Batman in this show.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have like Batgirl showing up to save him from stuff.
Even
Batman is
Superman's a
Batman.
joke, but he's more serious than the one from Supergirl.
Yeah, he
But-
is. He
But he's still Superman.
Oh, I have stopped watching CW.
Right? I told
I
you.
have stopped watching.
I
it.
told you.
It just they're not like before. I was just watching just Arrow and Flash, and then
Black Lightning.
I can't watch any of them now.
I know.
I can't. They're just all. It's not that they're
Preachy.
bad. It's just that they're trash and
Preachy.
they're not good.
They're not even preachy. Not Black Lightning's preachy.
Yes.
Black Lightning has become the thing that I hated about Steel.
Steel, yeah.
It's become this thing where every episode is about what black people are, what black people aren't, what black people are going to be, what black people can't be. I've gotten.
How many times did we see Jefferson in school go, "You're gonna go to college"?
It's
like-
I love when you do that.
Who said I'm not going to college?
But
Maybe
yeah.
I don't need college now
Right?
in today's
I
world.
could go to trade school, Mr. Jefferson.
No,
And-
you're gonna go to college.
And Green Arrow and the Canaries is going to last like 2 seasons. I just
Wait, there's a Green Arrow and the Canary show happening?
yeah,
Oh,
next
Ew.
season. Yeah, Green Arrow is becoming Green Arrow and the Canaries. It's a thing now.
Stupid.
is his daughter being the Green Arrow?
Yeah.
In the
That
future-
thing that
is it
happened
in the future now?
that last episode of
Uh-huh.
Arrow
I didn't watch that.
is the pilot for Green Arrow and the Canaries.
I have no idea what's going on, but that's dumb.
Now I did see a clip of John Diggle picking up a little box
And there's
that
a
happened
green-
to be glowing green in the
Yeah,
inside.
there's a Green Lantern TV show coming to HBO, and
Okay.
they haven't said whether he's in it or not. But the green box thing
Hopefully the
makes
ring
me.
saves him from the CW universe.
I'd watch that. I'd watch it on HBO.
Right. He finally got his ring. they did everything but say it in the show.
After 11 years
Right.
of not him being
Flash,
Jon Stewart.
Flash going, John, where's your ring? Like, just say it. Just say he's Green Lantern.
His sister is lit. It's like, oh my god, he's Jon Stewart.
Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
So salty about that.
Uh-huh.
But,
Yeah.
so-
Got it once.
Yeah. And only once.
Yeah,
10
he was
years.
creepy.
Oh God,
10
I don't
years.
want Carol to say it because she has not earned anything really. But you know, I hate her.
Well, maybe
I-
Falcon will say it.
That'd be good.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
But then there'd be backlash because, he's black.
Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Falcon punch. Yes.
Falcon kick.
But anyways, guys. So yeah, that's kind of. I mean, we kind of went off topic at the end, but you know.
That's the
Name of the
we do here.
show.
But yeah. So let us know down below. How do you feel about all the stuff happening in Horikoshi, which was the subject of the video? What do you think about all the different outrages and whatnot? Like, I get it. I get that there are things that people are pointing out, but really, are they worth death threats? Are they
Yeah.
worth being angry at a thing that you love?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, in China, some stores stopped selling the book. Like, guys, get over it. Like you guys tell us as black people, get over it.
It was so long ago.
It did happen to you. I know we sound insensitive. It's only because we have
We
things
are.
that happen to us that no one ever takes seriously, that no one ever gets angry about. So when it happens to other people, we're like, come on, guys,
Yeah.
let's share that love.
Yeah.
Let's
But
get
don't you know
over
we're
it.
supposed to be empathetic about all that?
Yeah, that time's over. It's the new black people.
We're supposed to have our brother get murdered by a cop, and she get 10 years, and then we're supposed to go, I don't even want you to go to jail.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to start turning over the table. So.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, let us know down below how you think. I hope we didn't lose some subscribers on this. We probably did, but it's all right.
Still love you.
Kind of. Until next time, guys. We've been your host, Kirby Kid.
Black Superman.
Simply Cedric.
See you later, guys. Yeah, we just got banned from YouTube.